Hello, everybody, and we are live. Hey, you guys, you are watching Movie Couple Live. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to our live stream where we talk about the latest in movies and pop culture. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And in today's live stream, we are talking about live-action Powerpuff Girls in development.
Yeah, and Olivia Wilde is going to be directing an untitled Marvel female-led movie at Sony.
The New Mutants opens this weekend.
Our favorite moments from DC FanDome and so much more.
And more. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I said it like... Bow, bow, bow. Sorry, we don't have a switchboard, and I also don't want to, like, import all the, because then that's too many things for me to handle.
I'll be sitting here with that little button that Late to the Party has.
Yeah, they have their
I'd be like,
board.
yeah.
Sorry, that's probably super annoying.
Yeah, probably.
let me go back and say hello to everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Oh, I got like way more space on this side, so I'm gonna.
That's okay.
I'm gonna fix
Just
it.
a little off-centered.
Nope. Okay.
There we go.
That makes me feel 10 times better. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everybody who tuned in and watched on Saturday for our coverage. I say this because we're not a professional outlet. We just enjoy being fans of any sort of not any sort of fandom, but a lot of fandom. And like, you know, we enjoy geeking out over stuff like that. And we have all of you guys to share that with. So thank you for hanging out with us.
It was quite an experience, I have to admit. That was a lot of live streaming we did on Saturday.
It was a lot. Afterwards, we were like, there should have been like a behind the scene, like both of us like on the couch, on the bed, just like, I can't even. But it was a lot of fun.
It. I have to admit, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And we saw a lot of really cool stuff, but we'll get to that.
Yes, we will get to that
a little bit.
Towards the end of this. But we've got a lot going on today. And of course, if you are brand new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe and follow us. We are just at The Movie Couple on YouTube and also on Twitter and Instagram and all of that good stuff. In fact, I will pop that up just in case you guys want to check it out.
All of our information. That's all you need.
So what is the latest? Of course, we want to get to announcements first. You guys, happy National Dog Day.
Woohoo!
It is. Every day should be National Dog Day.
Yeah,
honestly.
That means we need Navi. Of course, the one time.
She's like not even in here.
Come here, Navi. The one time that we actually want Navi to be right here and ready, she's like, no, I will be in my trailer.
Yeah, she's become quite the diva because all we do is spoil her. And yesterday we didn't let her. There she is.
There we go.
Yesterday we didn't let her lay on the couch, and she had a stink face on for the rest of the night.
Yes, she did.
It was not having
it. Now she gets to be a head start today.
Happy National Dog Day, boo boo.
Hi, everybody.
She's like, put me down.
No, she loves it.
Humans, no,
she loves all of the attention and the belly rubs. Look she always extends her arm out like that when I start rubbing her belly.
What else are we talking about? We have some new videos up on the channel. We have, and I just didn't get to editing it on Saturday. So I finally did it all yesterday before having a total freak out about my computer because something had happened.
Oh yeah.
It is okay now. Knock on wood that it does not happen again. So let me pull my mic closer because I feel like I'm yelling and I don't want to be yelling. Okay, so we have the Justice League Snyder Cut trailer reaction. No, it's not really a reaction because we have seen it. Trailer. Yeah. I'm just so used to saying trailer reaction.
Because that's normally what we do.
Yeah. But this is a trailer review, so that is up. We also put up the review for Howard, the documentary based on Howard Ashman, songwriter, lyricist who worked on Disney's The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. So that is up, and we encourage you guys to, if you have Disney Plus, to check out the documentary along with Waking Sleeping Beauty if you haven't yet.
Which is an excellent documentary as well.
And coming soon, we have Lovecraft Country Episode 2 spoiler review that we're going to film today, so that should be up either tonight or early tomorrow. And of course, we will be doing a trailer reaction to the, I think how you say it is Enola Holmes?
Enola Holmes?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. So if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure the internet will let me know. So that is what our announcements are for today. So let's go to the chat real quick.
Woohoo!
Real quick.
Go to our movie bunch.
Our movie bunch. Hi, you guys. Hello to Jack and Dark Faith, Justin, Debbie are all in here. Oh, and I should say that if you guys are interested in don't switch. If you guys are ever interested in chatting with us, chatting with the rest of our movie bunch, not just here on YouTube or on social media, but if you have Discord. You guys are more than welcome to join our Discord group, which I'm going to post the link in the chat right now. So if you haven't joined, join us. We talk about TV shows, talk about movies, we talk about trailers, we talk about collectibles. I just added that new category to our Discord, and 50 million other things.
Because there's some pretty cool collectibles that they've recently dropped some information about.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes.
And thank you to Adam and Debbie for letting us know about them. We can say it's the Ahsoka Tano 6-scale figure. It's coming out from Hot Toys, and I just can't even.
Yeah, it's like, I want it.
I can't
it looks
even.
So cool.
Yeah, it looks so good. Let's see. Amra Nail, hello. Star Drew, hello. Vanja, hello. I don't know if Adam is in here today, but he might have stuff going on. Noah. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into our news flash. And sorry, my throat is a little weird today. All right, newsflash. What we obviously we know that we're all still trying to live through and survive a global pandemic. So a lot has changed, as we all know, around the world, and how we interact socially. Going to the store is a kind of a different thing and all that stuff. So it's been quite a year, and not in a good way.
It's not even over yet.
But what do we think Halloween is going to look like this year? So we had talked about previously on another live stream. I don't remember when, I think maybe last Wednesday, but we talked about how, Halloween Horror Night, Knott's Berry Farm, Fright Fest. I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff.
Even like some of the other things, like when Disney does their Halloween stuff.
Not so scary. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween
That's
party.
not going to be going on. I mean, because it's not even, Disneyland isn't even open.
Our Disneyland is not open. We're not sure what plan Orlando has as far as that goes, because I don't think it's been announced. But obviously Halloween is going to look a little different this year than what we're used to. And that means various installations and pop-ups and haunt events are going to change. So we talked about it before. Stranger Things is doing a pop-up installation. It's called the Stranger Things Drive Into, which sounds really, really cool. And it's like a 1-hour journey essentially. And I want to say, and I don't know because I didn't read the website super carefully, but I want to say you journey through seasons 1, 2, and 3.
Probably, because I remember they had, the mall.
Yeah.
And that was in season 3.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that, they are going to be going through all of that stuff with seasons 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Maybe give us a hint for season 4.
Maybe give us a hint for season 4.
I don't know. It all depends. And it was funny when I first heard about this, I was like, oh, this is an awesome idea. When they started posting about the job, I was like, oh, that sounds like that'd be like a really good thing for all of the people who normally do like horror nights or do Fright Fest or do Not Scary Farm. And then I started to think a little bit though. I'm like, wait a second. One of the big
I was like,
problems that working at some of these what is it called? Some of these haunts is the fact that you get a lot of abrasive drunk people that come to these things. And then I'm like, wait, the worst that you had to worry about before was them punching you. Now they have a car. And I'm kind of like,
well,
this is just a concern that I have. And I was wondering what other people are thinking, because so far I've talked to Wendy, I've talked to a couple of other friends, and they're like, no, Dustin, I think you're overthinking this. I think you're a little paranoid. But I'm going, but still, no matter what kind of event you do, you're going to have those a-holes that show up who are either drunk on something or just wanting to be super aggressive. And I wanted to know if that's just a concern I have. What happens if one of these guys is like a little tipsy and they either crash into the car in front of them or get scared and go, ah! and go off the road and crash into the set?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this is something though that all of these venues have thought of. I'm sure I'm not the only one here that's been concerned about this.
Right.
So what do you think though?
Well, let me hold my thoughts on that real quick, because I do want to acknowledge that we got super chats from Ricky, Amr, and Chris, and we're going to get to it in 2 seconds. I swear. And I have it queued up so I don't, because sometimes they scroll past and I can't get them back, and it's like super annoying. But thank you guys so much for sending those in. We're going to get to it in 2 seconds.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I go on little tangents a little bit.
I think that it's a little, the reason why my head didn't go there as far as, this character is getting some sort of like abuse, whether it's reactionary or intentional, is because traditionally you walk through a haunted house. I am physically here.
Yeah,
this is about as close as I can get to you. And if I want to push it, I can get a little bit closer, right? Without touching you.
Yeah.
And that's it can cause a reaction. Yes. Now, when you're in your own car with the windows up, it is your own familiar vehicle. Your car doors are locked. You know that they can't, there's that safety mentality already, is they literally can't get to me. They can pound on the glass if they want to, which they probably will not, because I guarantee you they're going to treat a car like a person, and they cannot approach that. And also for the safety of the performers themselves, they don't want to get too close to that car. Just like when Dustin and I worked at the Haunted Hayride, and there was a tractor trailer, and we were always advised, like, be careful of the wheel wells, be careful of this, know your proximity. You can get close, but don't get so close that you put yourself in harm's way. So I feel like when they have safety training and stuff like that for these characters, they are going to cover that. And I'd like to think that the guests who go through the experience, because they are going to be in the safety of their vehicle, so that immediate sense of I'm being threatened because that person is right next to me is technically removed by a little safety bubble via your car.
Okay. Those are a lot of really good points. And then I was also wondering if they could kind of do something like one of those automatic car washes, to where like you kind of pull up and it's just like, it's a little track. So they're like, remove your hands from your steering wheel, put your car into neutral, and it kind of just takes your car along. And you have kind of like, I wouldn't think that would be too difficult to
think about it for an hour though. And then if it breaks down, then what?
Oh yeah.
And I feel like you're probably going to go no more than like 7 miles per hour at most, maybe. True. And that's me just spitballing. I don't know. So, okay, we're going to put a pause on that Halloween topic, because there's more to talk about. But let's get to a couple of the super chats before they go away, because I don't want that. Thank you to Ricky, who sent in a super chat, watcher all the way from India. Hi, cute couple. Aw. Any news for a Bollywood entry? So I actually wrote this one down because I saw this. And I said to Dustin, I really want to do a trailer reaction / review for this. And my apologies up front for saying the title incorrectly. I think it's pronounced Angrezi. Sure. Angrezi, Angrezi Medium. It looks like a very cute coming of the age movie that I saw maybe like the first 2 seconds, and I just stopped and I read about the movie, and I was like, that sounds super cute. I really want to, and I know it's not a brand new movie, but I thought, why not? Because we don't actually have a lot of Bollywood movie content on our channel. So I just thought this, it's cute. It's I feel like I'm the intended audience because I love stuff like that. So know that is coming soon. And then we have so thank you very much, Ricky, for your super chat and for always hanging out and watching and commenting. And from Amr Nail, thank you very much for your super chat. Hey guys, I just watched Tenet a couple of hours ago.
What?
Just because he's not here in the States.
I know, but that's still, I'm super jealous, dude.
Really good, though. I need to watch it a second time because so much was happening. Cinema popcorn. Finally, Amr, we live vicariously through you. Obviously I'm sure you felt safe enough and comfortable enough to go and sit in the theater. That's so awesome. I'm so happy you enjoyed the movie. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it so much that you're like, you know what? I need to go and watch it a second time. As with most Nolan films such as this, like Inception.
You normally need to see it more
Tenet,
than once.
Memento? Was that it? Things like that. And it also, you catch little things, especially now that you know how it ends, or does it end? Who knows? Because
it does have to do with time travel.
Were you even really at the movies?
Dun.
How does that, I don't even know how time really works in this one, because we haven't seen the movie yet. We don't know when we're going to see it, but congratulations on
super
getting
jealous.
to see the movie, and most of all, getting to eat cinema popcorn.
Yes!
I don't remember what it tastes like, because all we have is microwave popcorn that we put butter on at home, and then it's soggy. So
I'm going to be sitting there going, oh, this is so good.
That is amazing. Thank you for letting us know, Amr, and let us know what you think about the film, because I believe you're also on our Discord. Let us know what you think of the film after you've seen it the second time without spoilers. And of course, we've got our brand segment, Chris's Choice. Thank you very much, Chris Mendez Movie Bunch. We all love Star Wars. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Star Wars is for everyone. With The Empire Strikes Back in theaters, what are some of your favorite moments while watching the saga in the theater? Yoda using his lightsaber for the first time is one, as well as Chewie, we're home.
Those are very good moments. I remember being so excited to see Yoda first activate his lightsaber, and be like, finally we get to see how Yoda would fight. And there's tons of moments being able to see all of the Jedi fight in a mass battle on Geonosis.
Are we talking specifically? Oh no, because he said Chewie were home, so it's so any Star Wars film. Okay.
Well, and that's also the prequels when Yoda uses his lightsaber for the first time.
I was shocked when he did move the rope to the side, and I was like, he's not going to. He doesn't even draw it. He uses the force.
Just uses the force to grab it into his hands.
And I'm just like, of course he would.
Very big geek out moment. I remember the first time I saw the fight between Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon.
That was a good fight.
That was something that at the time just blew my mind. And you're like, a double-bladed lightsaber?
Yeah,
that is like, so awesome.
And it's like, pew, pew. You're like, oh, shit. Like, why is this so good? For me, I'm going to go right to Rogue One. And it was what's the maneuver called? When Haldo, she light speeded through the.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't in Rogue One. That was in.
Oh my God!
That was in
The Last Jedi. Sorry.
That is actually a really cool moment. I remember.
Why did I say? Maybe because I love Rogue One so much. I was like, Rogue One. Everything good about Star Wars. Rogue One. Do I even have a favorite, like a standout moment in Rogue One? I mean, I do. But they're sad moments. They're not good moments.
Yeah, and that's the thing. In Rogue One,
because it was kind of a tragedy story.
All such a cool wartime movie, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
that was just so cool. Being able to see the construction of the Death Star was really cool. But the moments where you just went, and kind of geeked out.
Sorry, I apologize about that. I apologize. It was indeed not in Rogue One.
The Last Jedi when she does that maneuver.
Holy crap! Because the sound design for that too, where she was doing it and you're like, is it even going to be successful? And then there was no sound and it was just light. And then you heard it. And I remember sitting in the theater and I felt like I got the wind knocked out of me because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And then somebody I'm going to use my one cuss word per live stream and say, this one, not me. Even though I thought it, this one person goes, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
But for Rogue One, everything with Darth Vader. I mean, that hallway scene. That hallway scene was epic. And he's just going down there, and they're like, "Shoot him! Just go! He's still coming!" And
the Haldo maneuver. Thank you, Justin. Yeah.
And every single Star Wars movie does have one of those moments where you do geek out.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot.
There are a ton of them out there.
We
can probably spend all day just going through every single movie that you're just like, yeah, Star Wars.
Let's see what some of the chat are saying, because Chris's choice, like that's why it's like one of my favorite segments in the show, is because he thinks of these like really, really just conversation driven.
Never tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds. C3PO from Star Drew, who is watching from Twitch. Thank you very much. Jack says, I like seeing Leia with Luke training in was it Last Jedi or was
that was Skywalker. That was Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. Noah says, one of my favorite moments was, no, Luke, I am your father. No. Remember when Toy Story did a parody of it, but it was the line, no, Buzz, I am your father. Yes, that was really, really great. Debbie says, Yoda with the light say, oh, shoot. Vanja, we see you. Thank you very much. Coming back to it. Hold on. Oh, shoot.
Where'd it go?
Oh, no.
Well, and just also, I also loved the interview with Mark Hamill, to where they're talking about the no, Luke, I am your father, and how he originally said on set, no, Obi-Wan killed your father.
So that reaction to Mark Hamill was like, he's like, I wonder if as an actor, you have to be like really be in it, right? But sometimes because you memorize, so you know these lines. And obviously rewrite happens, and sometimes they happen on set and things like that. But when something like that happens, it's kind of like, do you as an actor go, you're in the moment and you react to that because acting is about reacting?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you go in your head, that's not the line, no one's yelled cut, I gotta keep going? Like, which route do you take?
Yeah, and I loved it when they were kind of like, hey, Mark, come here for a second. Come here. And he's like, what? He has no idea why they're bringing him over. And later on, that's when he says, we have something to tell you, and you have to keep it a secret. Only like 4 other people know. You can't tell anyone. He's like, then don't tell me. I'm gonna spoil. I'm not good at keeping secrets.
I wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. I'd be like, hey, did you know
oh
that Darth Vader is actually my father? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. Okay, sorry, I was reading Debbie's thing. Yoda with the lightsaber, Rey activate Anakin's lightsaber, watching cool. Leia use the Force in Empire to find Luke, Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, watching Jin send the plans, just to name a few. All really, really, really awesome moments.
That is a really cool moment
Blade's
in
got a good one too.
The Force Awakens, when you see Luke's lightsaber, and then fly through the air, and then Kylo Ren's like, huh! And it goes into Rey's hand, and you're just like, yeah,
it's so good. Let's see, and Blade, of course, the final Vader reveal at the end of Rogue One, super amazing. Seeing the breathing followed by the red lightsaber, say that 10 times fast, light up in the dark was so intimidating. Those are just some of our favorite moments. And while we're on the super chat train, we're going to go ahead and continue to take them. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Vanja's choice. Chris's choice.
Let's go for it.
I want to do because Chris's choice, because like C and C, right? That's why we did Chris's choice. So Vanja, we're going to come up with a different one for you.
Like Vanja's voice.
Vanja's voice. All right. Vanja's voice. Snyder Cut, or I don't know. It's working title. Work in progress. We'll workshop it. Snyder Cut or the Batman trailer. Also, Dustin, honestly, how bossy is Wendy on a scale of 1 to 10? 11. I'll answer myself. Mulan and Tenet playing tomorrow. Oh, at my town. Okay. First question. Snyder Cut or Batman trailer?
I've got to go for the Batman
trailer.
I geeked out. I mean, don't get me wrong.
And
I
it's
geeked
not
out
saying
over
that the Snyder
Cut.
Cut trailer is not a good trailer. It's an excellent trailer.
Yes.
But like, holy crap. I almost used another cuss word and I wasn't going to. But holy crap, that Batman trailer though, which we're going to get to all at the end of today's live stream.
If you guys saw my reaction when we first saw it on the live stream, I was like, what? When I saw my brain just all of a sudden exploded. I'm sorry, but the way that the trailer first started, and yeah, it was an amazing trailer. But
for what, the Batman?
No, for the Snyder Cut.
Oh,
but when I watched,
don't copyright strike me, YouTube.
But yeah, when we saw Darkseid for the first time, I was like, they're starting off with that. But the Batman trailer just pulled me in, and it had just an excellent. It gave us that feel. We now know what the Batman's going to be like. And I just got so excited because we listened to Matt, what's his name? Matt Reeves' description of what they're doing, all their inspiration. And I just loved it. I was like, this is amazing. This is what I've been wanting for years. So I am the Batman trailer hit me probably just a little bit more. Wendy is the good kind of bossy. Because if it wasn't for Wendy, I would be very lazy. So I think we balance each other out very, very well.
He tells me when I need to take a break, and then I tell him, "Hey, today we got to be a little bit more productive."
We've got to go on a certain couple of things, Dustin, or else we're not going to get the stuff out.
Yeah.
So I've always said that Wendy and I balance each other out amazingly well, and I would not want to go through the pandemic with anyone else.
Oh,
if I had to be locked up with someone 24 hours a day for 6 to 8 months, I'm really glad it's Wendy because okay. But so yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a really good, the way that we work together is very good. And Mulan and Tenet play tomorrow at my town. That's awesome. I'm super excited for you to see Tenet. So, and also super jealous.
You might be the only two, well, probably not, but you might be the first two of the movie bunch you and Amr to see Tenet in theaters. Let us know how that is, because we can't go to the theater unless they do a drive-in. And I'm going to reverse the order also. Thank you very much, Vanja, for your super chat. We always love having you chat with us via our live stream. I was like, I wanted to say Discord and live stream at the same time. My brain kind of like exploded. And I'm gonna
live core. So the live core, we'll call it that from now on.
I'm gonna go ahead and reverse the next two couple of super chats because I wanna. One of the questions is going to lead us back to what we were talking about. Like,
okay, so we're going to be productive.
Yes. Okay, so one from Justin says the Snyder Cut. Oh, thank you, Justin. Sorry. Thank you very much, Justin, for your contribution.
Thank you so much,
Snyder Cut opens up a big window for a lot of things that fans want. Anything in particular fans have been demanding you'd like to happen next? I like an Ayer's cut and #save Daredevil. I would really actually very curious to see an Ayer cut because he had said that he had more katana in his cut. And I kind of want to see that. And Save Daredevil, which is I feel like I'm so sad that all those series just went because of, and
there's a ton.
I would love to see them resurrected.
There's a ton of cuts that I would love to see now that they're out there. I would love to see more about what happened in Batman Forever because it's supposed to be a darker movie. I would have loved to have seen what would have happened with the original Fan 4 stick. Kind of a thing.
Okay, so you want to see a what's his face? Josh Trank cut?
Yeah, well, not even just a Josh Trank cut, because I mean, they're putting kind of more of like the animation form of what they would have shot.
You didn't watch it? No, I lie. You watched it with me.
So, and there's so many stories that you hear of these awesome movies, and then certain things happen. Politics start to get involved, and then you see what you end up with, and you're like, what happened? Kind of a thing. I would have loved to have seen what would have happened if the creators of Avatar were more prominent in the original movie as opposed to M. Night Shyamalan. But I don't think that's the
Band-Aid just tore open. Rip off. That movie was bad.
But yeah, I mean, honestly. Oh, and then of course, I would love to have seen what would have happened with the death of Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a thing. There's so many movies out there.
Be curious about that. John Schnepp's got he made an amazing documentary along with Holly Payne called the
Death of Superman Lives.
What happens?
What happened?
So check that out. We have the DVD. I think we have the DVD and the poster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got, and they're signed.
And they're signed.
They're autographed by
Schnepp. Somebody was like, "Can I?" I was like, "You cannot have this. This is one of my few leftover memories of John Schnepp. So you cannot have it. It is staying in my apartment forever." So yes, this is a really, really great question. Ayer's cut. I want to see what kind of other people are saying. I am not seeing anything.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then we will keep that in the back of our heads. We can always come back to it. But yes, the Ayer cut is definitely like kind of on my list there. For one of the like director's cut, like unseen footage that I would like to see in their version of this movie. Okay. Next super chat. Thank you so much to Jennifer Pearson. Hello. Hi guys. Woo. I'm a new sub. Woo! From Quebec. Woo!
Thank you for joining us.
Speaking about Bollywood movies, Student of the Year 2. Oh, I wrote that down wrong. I just wrote Student of the Year. So, no, just kidding. I did.
No,
Student of the Year 2 is one awesome movie to check out and box office in CA means Canada, I'm guessing, or California.
I'm pretty sure it's Canada.
We will look it up, and maybe if there's a trailer, we can do a trailer reaction to it.
That sounds great.
Always love learning about new movies. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for your super chat, and thank you for subbing. We
thanks for joining us.
Super appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Chris, thank you very much for your super chat.
Woo-hoo!
And this is going to help us lead us back to the Halloween talk. So Chris says, while sadly there will be no Oogie Boogie Bash this year, that's what it's called. It's not called Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween.
Oh, yeah, that's right. For a while, it was called Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. But yeah, the Oogie Boogie Bash is, I think, the new official term for it.
Yeah, which is a perfect term. And nothing has been confirmed yet. Fingers crossed, we might still get our Halloween at Disneyland this year. Fingers crossed. I mean, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
We don't know. So
we have to play every single day we have to just be like, what's going on today?
It's like if 2020 was a dart. Nope. One could be like bullseye. The next one could be like off the board.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's all waiting to see. I'm pretty sure that most, if not all, Halloween events are going to be are going to be canceled. I mean, but the thing is, though, everyone will be wearing a mask. May not be the kind of mask that we need to wear, but
look, we said this at the grocery store the other day because we had to go and do some like essential shopping for the house. But we were talking to the cashier and how like Halloween's going to be really different. And we're like, and I said, look, like for any of the, you go to the Halloween store and they have like costumes in the bag. They can now include a costume appropriate and matching face mask, and then they can charge you like $10 more for it, which I'm just kind of like, look, buy it from Etsy and support small business. There's so many designs and they're really, really well made. A lot of them have like a pocket for filter, which you can also buy, I think at this point anywhere on the internet. So that's really cool. And thank you very much, Chris, for the update on Oogie Boogie, but fingers crossed. And maybe the pandemic can just like, hey, I'm done with, and just gone and we never hear about it again. Wishful thinking. And let's go back to what Halloween's going to look like this year. Thank you so much, Chris, for the update. And so Stranger Things is not the only thing that is doing like a drive-through treatment, which, by the way, I found, where's my notes? So the prices for the Stranger Things installation, which the date begins in October 2020, and those have already sold out all the way to January 2020.
Oh, wow.
So if you wanted to go for Halloween and we weren't able to get a ticket, you probably won't unless they are able to find a way to open up more spots, which they might not. But also the price went up than what I thought it was normally going to be. I originally heard it was like $59 or $69.99, and now it is starting at $86 per standard car, and that's for only 2 person a car, which means
what?
Yeah, 3 here. I have the website up. Which means if you go up to 3 person a car, it's $118. If you go up to a standard access for 4 people in a car, it's $147, and then 5 is $167. VIP access. I don't know what VIP access gets you. The 1 hour of experience, a dedicated team to welcome you in, fast track entry, and then you get a box of swag with snacks and non-alcoholic drinks. I think as much as I really would want to do this, $89 for just 2 people during the time of pandemic, when our money needs to funnel towards like more essential stuff. I don't feel like I can personally expend that money to that
for a 1 hour experience.
Even as much as I want to go, which means though that if they're charging people this price, it's got to be a damn good event.
It better. Oh yeah.
That's what I feel like. You're definitely you're going to have to get quality because that's a lot of money.
Well, and that's also another thing. This is the very first time that they're doing this kind of event.
Correct.
So there's going to be a huge, I don't know what to expect kind of a thing. They also don't know how are things going to super work, how this is going to happen. So they need to get some of that money and investment back right away. So then they can start doing fixes along the way. And they got to
hire the actors, hire security guards, hire a team for sanitizing purposes and things like that. So that's a lot of people. Blaze says, I'm out. I better be getting a 5-course meal brought to me at that price. Jack says, that's too much for 2 people. Debbie says, that's nuts. Yeah, it is expensive, but it is also...
It's going to be one of those things that I think I'm going to wait to hear what people are saying.
And then we can go until January. The last date they have available on their website actually goes until...
Oh, wow. Further than January.
I think it goes until the end of February.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yes. And then we got plenty of time.
Maybe March.
For them to first figure out how good it is, whether it's worth the money, for them to work out all the bugs. I think I'm going to wait until her to hear how it is. And then if people are like, oh my gosh, it's an awesome experience, well worth the money, then we'll probably
then we can think about going. But like to right now, because the way we look at things financially have very much shifted to like survival mode. Yeah. So like we're spending, necessary things for entertainment. And we kind of talk about like, do we actually want to, you know, Mulan was one of them. New Mutants is another one of them. We have to like sit down, really discuss and like, you know, so with that said, the Stranger Things Drive-In is not the only thing they're also doing. This is from the OC Fair. They're also doing urban legends of California, Southern California, and that is they're teaming up with the producers who did Winterfest OC and Queen Mary's Dark Harbor, and they're doing that together. And I believe that is also like a drive-through experience according to their website. And of course, the Haunted Hayride, which we actually had just talked about this like off camera. We're thinking like, oh, it's perfect because they already have a vehicle previously driving, you know, patrons through their course of things. So I think the transition for them is probably easy because they have, out of anybody else that's doing haunts, they have the most experience in getting a put through of guests via a moving vehicle. The only thing that's different is you're driving your own vehicle. You're not someone else driving you through. So that's the only thing that they really have to work out. But other than that, like, you know, that's kind of how Halloween is looking this year is social distancing. You can
we're going back to the 70s with some drive-in theaters. We're going to be doing drive-throughs, and it's going to be back into the cars. Yeah. And I find that hilarious that there's
Ronnie.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you for watching.
There's so many things that have like moved forward, you know, how we've been reaching, so many more people are doing like live streams, Zoom chats, working from home, which I think are a good advancements. But now we're also taking a few steps backwards in the other direction, and drive-throughs are coming back. Movie all these things where you're just staying in your car kind of a thing. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm game for that. Let's check this out, see how all this works.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of drive-thrus, and that's like become like a whole thing, we've also got, and I had to talk about this because you guys know Movie Couple Eats, Dustin and I love food. So the OC Fair, obviously not happening in its normal capacity this year as well as LA County Fair, but they're like, you know what? We can still do a food drive-through, and that's exactly what they're doing. And this is running from, I believe, the end of August 28th through September 27th. And they have 4 different food vendors, which doesn't sound like a lot, but then when I looked at the menu, I was like, okay, that's actually more than I expected. So they have, let's see, okay, menus ranging from Hawaiian chicken bowl to hot dog on a stick, dipping dots, Kathy's cookies, and funnel cake. The picture that you see, which is of a turkey leg covered in hot Cheetos, which is like so my jam. I don't know if it's actually available, but it looked really, really appetizing, and I couldn't help put it up. So that's the reason why it is on there. Let me go to the menu real quick and read you guys through what they have. And this starts, if you live in the OC, if you can travel to the OC via your cars, and if you want to partake in like a drive-through OC Fair food experience, you might want to check out their website, which is just
starting this weekend.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, they say you have to wear a mask. You have to stay in your car. You cannot just walk up and order. They will come to your car and order, and then you have to have your order what you want. Know that in your head, and you have your payment ready. And they prefer credit card because it's a little bit more sanitary. And also, they said on the website, "We're sorry, but you have to take your food to go. There will be no parking available on the fairgrounds."
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I would think that they would have some place for you guys to some place for people to park.
So it sucks for the driver because the passenger would be like, yeah. And the driver's like, wait.
This also makes a lot of sense too, because one of the main events at any of these county fairs is the food. And when you really think about it too, shrinking down the amount of vendors is actually not that big of a thing, because normally when we went to the LA County Fair, you would see like maybe 10 of the same vendors in different places all throughout the fair. You'd have 10 different, what is it called? That chicken place, the one that has
the Chinese chicken.
Yeah. And so there'd be tons of different of these other vendors, but there'd be multiple of them throughout the fair. So I'm kind of like, okay, everyone gets one vendor, and these are the foods that you can order. I'm like, you know what? That's a good thing to try out. A drive-through LA County Fair or OC Fair. Yeah,
I will talk about it, but it might be something that we want to check out, but the OC is really, really far from us. Yes. So I don't know. If the LA County Fair does this, which they might, then most likely probably will go, and that doesn't happen until September. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. But the menus include there's a variety of like Hawaiian chicken bowls. They do have a turkey leg. They have a dragon fruit pineapple lemonade. That sounds delightful. For hot dog on a stick, your traditional hot dog on a stick, cheese on a stick, and lemonades and things like that. They have dipping dots, which dipping dots. Doesn't melt as quickly, which is nice. And then Kathy's cookies, you can just get a chocolate chip cookie bucket for $25. You can get a cookie sundae.
Bucket of cookies.
You can get a carton of milk, so you can get your milk and cookies. And then, of course, every fair staple, the funnel cakes. You can have a regular funnel cake. You can have strawberry whipped cream funnel cake. You can have Nutella on your. So those are just some of the items that are available. It's just going to be really weird because for the first time ever, I can see everything that I want on a single page without really having to scroll too much. Normally when I'm at the fair, when I go and visit you, because Dustin has worked. Is that okay to say?
Oh yeah. Okay. I used to do a lot of gigs.
I was saying it and then I was like,
LA County Fair. I was there for like 10 years doing our little show down there. Yeah, but it was a great time. I loved work. It was like one of my favorite gigs of the year to go down to the to work at the LA County Fair. And yeah, all of the different kinds of food. Heck, the different kinds of fried things that they had at the LA County Fair, from like fried Oreos, fried Twinkies, fried avocado, oh,
that was good.
The fried avocado was really good.
That was good. You guys comment right now, and I know it says comment your favorite fair food below, but also comment your favorite like fair fried food. Fried pickles, but the fried pickles isn't like a new thing. You can actually get fried pickles.
Yeah, in restaurants. Like restaurants and stuff. They
fried avocado.
They had fried butter.
No,
I've never tried it before.
No.
But I want to know, what is some of the weirdest, fried stuff you guys have had?
It's not weird. I just liked it a lot. Fried Oreos.
Oh yeah, fried Oreos were really good.
Weirdest, but I actually liked it for up to a point, and then afterwards, at one point I was like, I'm done eating this. Get ready, bacon flavored cotton candy.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
I remember. I was like, this is all yours. I tried it and I was like, nope, don't like this.
He brought it home for me. He brought a thing. He's like, Wendy, I got it, because I was just like, I really want to try it. It could be terrible. It could be amazing, but I really want to try it. And I did, and I ate most of it. Ooh, okay. Blade has a really great one. Fried cheesecake. Yum, yum. Oh, that sounds really, really good. So yeah, that is what's happening in the ways of drive-thrus. And speaking of drive-thrus, drive-ins, New Mutants opens this weekend, and believe it or not, Dustin and I actually bought tickets to not go to a movie theater, but we are going to a drive-in. So if you live in Southern California, at the Rose Bowl.
I was about to say Hollywood Bowl. That's wrong. I get those two flipped all the time. The Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl
is where we're going to go see it.
It'll be my first time actually going to the Rose Bowl, because I've only lived in LA for over 10 years and literally have never gone to the Rose Bowl ever. But I always drive by it. I remember driving by when BTS was there and when Taylor Swift was there, and I was like, what's happening?
Pay attention to the room. But no, it's funny. I actually used to work right next to the Rose Bowl for almost a year.
Yep.
And yeah, I never actually was like going into the Rose Bowl kind of a thing. So this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a great experience.
Yep.
Normally, from what I've heard from other people who have done a lot of different things at the Rose Bowl, they do their events incredibly well.
Yes. And also get ready, guys. This stream is going way, way, way over time. Sorry about that. It's just we haven't talked to you guys like this since last Wednesday. So there's a lot of catching up and stuff like that. But yeah, we have our tickets. We're going at a 1:30 p.m. showing, because my thought was, okay, we can watch it and then we can come home, we can film the review, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
And then Dustin, after I hit purchased,
I was like, wait a second.
And he went,
are we going to be able to see the screen at 1:00 in the afternoon? Because it's an outside drive-in, so are we actually able to see that?
And I went, oh no. And there's nothing. Sorry, there's nothing I can do about it, because the tickets are non-refundable, no cancellations, and
so we're gonna find out.
Yeah, so we'll find out. We can be your guinea pigs and ask us later after this weekend how it went. I'm sure you'll hear about it if you follow us on Discord. Or
but I'm super excited to finally be able to go see a movie and to also maybe get some popcorn. Maybe, or we'll probably take our own popcorn.
Yeah, it won't be the same, because what's good about movie theater popcorn is that like giant industrial popcorn maker, right? With the however they put the butter in. I don't know what this was.
This
stands for butter.
Popcorn maker with butter.
That's like the new thumbnail right there. So yeah, let's see what you guys are saying about Debbie. I love my bacon, but that's a lot of people's same reaction. But I was like, yes, give me that bacon. Starju says, damn, I want to try that bacon cotton candy.
Wendy liked it. I didn't. So it's
I liked it up to a
things.
point. Then it got to be too
much. Roll the dice on that one, whether or not you like it.
Yeah. Starju says, I'm buying my ticket after the show. Yeah, it's not a cheap ticket. It was not a cheap ticket.
Yeah, I think it was like almost like $15 a piece, $14.50, I think.
$40 total.
$40 total?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was, it came up.
$20 a person.
$20 a piece.
Yeah. But at least we'll be in our own cars, I guess.
Very true.
All right, we have a super chat. So before we jump into our main topics, can you believe it? We've been talking for 50 minutes and we're just not getting to the main topics. Sorry, you guys. From Justin, thank you very much, Justin, for your super chat. To both of you, though mainly Wendy, what is your favorite BTS song? They're my favorite K-pop group overall, and I've seen 3 of their concerts. Oh my God, do you have a light stick?
Oh, that's cool.
Their light stick is pretty cool.
Are they?
What?
Go bang, bang, bang.
No, that's big. That's Big Bang.
Okay.
BTS is like fake love. That's one of my favorite songs. I am currently obsessed, but I don't know all the words yet, to their brand new single, Dynamite. I remember I was like, "Ooh, a new BTS song, cool," which broke a lot of records. It hit like I don't know how many, maybe 1 million or over within like 24 hours, which people are like surprised, and I'm just like, why are you surprised? It's BTS. Whenever BTS or Blackpink break like some sort of like this many views per 24-hour record, I'm just kind of like, you guys don't realize the K-pop stans are like a force of nature. They will watch and they will retweet and they will watch and they will retweet and then they'll retweet the fan cams and things like that. Like don't be surprised. I'm the same person who will sit there and like when How You Like That came out, I was like rewatch. And what's really cool about the BTS Dynamite song, their new single, is that, you know, they're a K-pop group. So normally they sing in Korean, sometimes with a little bit of English, but mostly in Korean. And so I naturally clicked the closed caption button because I was getting ready to, you know, like I was like, okay. And then I started watching and I was like, wait, it's an all English song. I was like, well, I guess I can turn off the captions now, which I just left on because out of habit, but it's a very happy, bright color. Everything's like in pastel. And of course, all of them like look really good because they're BTS. And I was just like really happy it was like a happy, fun summer song. And then they did like a side B, which is like a second version of that song. And it was like a more similar music video, but they had like little like blooper moments, which I actually like that one a little bit more just because I like seeing behind the scenes side of stuff. Dustin knows I run around the house. I am a Blink. I don't consider myself ARMY only because I don't know every little thing about BTS. So I don't feel like I'm able to label myself ARMY because like I feel like ARMY really knows, and like they're like a walking encyclopedia for BTS.
She is. I
am not there
Blink,
yet.
though.
I'm not there yet with BTS, but I love them. I really don't like it when like K-pop. I don't want to say. Okay, I'll just say it. I feel like you should be allowed to like whatever group that you may like. I also feel like you should be allowed to like multiple groups. Like, yes, am I a Blink? Absolutely. They're my favorite. But do I also listen to Red Velvet and Twice and BTS and Stray Kids and 50 million other groups that I cannot remember right now? Absolutely. I like a lot of them. So it's just, I feel like it's very like exclusive. Like you can only like Black music. Like why? Why would I do that to myself? Why can't I listen to all the other good songs?
It should be for everything.
Is another really great.
You should be allowed to like what you like.
Yeah, like what you like.
You're allowed to like Disney and Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah. You're allowed to like Marvel and DC and Dark Horse and any other comics and Blackpink and BTS. Yes. The more, the merrier, right?
Yes. Yep.
So
exactly.
That's the way I personally think.
100%. All right. Sorry for all the K-pop talk. That's what you get. Look, it's not a movie news show. It's a movie news and pop culture show. So we get to talk about everything we want to talk about. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into our main topic. And you guys, we were talking about Powerpuff Girls. I actually think this was technically the second piece, but it's fine. So Powerpuff Girls, there's going to be a live action Powerpuff Girls. It's in development. So according to Variety, a live action Powerpuff Girls in development at CW. And this is going to be the updated version to the animated series, which features our heroes, Powerpuff Girls. There are now, and this is according to Variety, this is not my own words, disillusioned 20-somethings who have resent having lost their childhood to crime fighting. Will they agree to reunite now that the world needs them more than ever? Dustin, your thoughts on this?
Oh my God, I did not know about that last part.
I sent the notes to him really, really late, so
I missed that part. But yeah, that sounds awesome. It really sounds now, it allows them to really be able to poke fun in a fun way at their own product, at their own what is that called, IP.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a really cool way of doing it.
I don't know if it's safe. Okay.
Because then you can do a coming of age. You can do what happens after the heroes save the world kind of a thing. And it also kind of has an Incredibles kind of vibe to it.
MK Songbird hit the nail on the head when he wrote, "Get ready for the CW to Rivendell, the Powerpuff Girls," because that's immediately where I went. But I also, did I say Rivendell? Riverdale, sorry. But I also enjoyed Riverdale quite a lot. I don't think I'm not like up to date with it like I do with a lot of shows. I just like sometimes don't follow all the way through, or something else distracts me and then I don't watch. But this, I don't know how they're gonna do it, because the animated was so like loved, and I with Mojo Jojo and the way everything is, like, how are they gonna? So they're gonna have 20-somethings dressed in like pink, blue, and green.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tough to pull off, I think.
Yeah, that's the part that I worry about. I don't mind the way they're going about, where they're like they're 20-somethings and now they resent the fact that they were kids. They were very young and all they did was crime fight and stuff like that. So like I don't mind that. I just really wonder how they're gonna do it and not make it look too like cheesy, unless they know that it is kind of a little bit, and just live within that. I think
if they kind of pull off kind of like a Scott Pilgrim versus the World kind of a thing, towards that you do still have that kind of animation involved with the live action, and you have that kind of live action,
or like Kick-Ass.
Or like Kick-Ass, even though I think Kick-Ass is a little bit more dark.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, that's
gritty.
That's CW.
And I think you need something a little bit more CW, something that is technically maybe instead of being PG like Powerpuff Girls is on Cartoon Network, you have to kind of make it a little PG-13.
Yeah.
And you do make it a little bit grittier just because it is live action, but you still need some of that campiness. You still need a lot of campiness to go into it. And I think kind of mixing it with a little bit of Scott Pilgrim, I think will probably be a good way to go.
Okay. I feel like if they're 20-something, I feel like Bubbles would be some sort of like a high profile Instagram influencer.
Oh my gosh, that'd be brilliant.
I feel like Blossom would be, she's like a philanthropist upstarting, like the like environment awareness or something like that. I don't know what the proper term is I'm trying to say, but I feel like that's something like that. Blossom would be the most interesting one because she's like Miss like rough and tumble and
roller derby. Make her like a roller derby star.
And then like none of them have spoken to each other in years, and then they have to meet up at like a bar, I don't know, 20-something. If they're 21, they can go to a bar. If they're not 21, they can go to a coffee shop. And be like, oh hey.
I think, true. I think they haven't met. I still think they keep in touch with each other, but I think it would be more of along the lines if they had a really huge fallout with the professor.
That would be it, because they would be mad at him. But you created them, and then and like what
MMA fighter?
MMA fighter. Thank you, Blade. MMA
that's
fighter
a good one.
With like boxer braids.
Oh, make her kind of like a Ronda Rousey kind of.
Oh man, people are asking who we would cast. I would actually have to look at like
that.
Some of the we have to do a little research because I want to make sure we're like age appropriate. But I can see Lily Reinhart being a Blossom or a Bubbles. I want to say Bubbles because she's blonde, but you can change her hair color to whatever. Gosh, I don't know. We have to think about that and get back to you guys. But that's a great question. So yeah, that's one of the pieces of news that
what's
go
her
ahead.
name from New Mutants that plays Magic?
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Anna Taylor-Joy might be
she could be any three, to be completely honest with you.
True.
She's very versatile and she can do any three. Oof, man.
It would be fun just to kind of sit down.
Yeah.
And
we can continue this discussion on Discord, because I'm gonna have to go ahead and look up some and I'm dropping the Discord link in the chat. But I'm gonna have to look up some age appropriate actors and plug them in.
Mojo Jojo is going to be a really fun
Character. Mojo Jojo will be a gorilla. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like Gorilla
have
Grodd.
Andy,
like Gorilla
Andy
Grodd.
Serkis in
mocap suit.
In mocap suit.
Amazing. And thank you to Justin for another super chat. Thank you so much. I should probably mention I finally watched the live performance with the original cast of Hamilton that Disney put out, and I get completely why everybody became so obsessed with Alexander Hamilton.
The music is amazing, groundbreaking. I mean, it's also just so unique to do a musical about one of the founding fathers.
And Peggy
in hip hop and Peggy.
Yeah, we're so happy you watched it. It is worth a watch if you're a Disney Plus subscriber already. We encourage you to check it out from the comfort of your couch. Super, super fun. Okay, let's go to our next, which should have been the first topic, but that is okay.
Olivia, it's our show. We can do what we want.
Oh, we got to scooting close to this. Okay, so Olivia Wilde is to direct a female-led Marvel movie at Sony, and this is according to Variety. She's closed the deal to direct and develop a secret Marvel film project revolving around a female character in the universe. So none of this is confirmed, but it is expected that the story will be centered on Spider-Woman. Sony has not commented on this, but what we do know is that the film will be penned by Katie Soberman, and with Amy Pascal producing. Rachel O'Connor is going to executive produce. And of course, Olivia Wilde directed Booksmart, and now she's going to add this film to her resume, and she's going to be joining the growing list of female directors such as Patty Jenkins, Nia DaCosta, Chloe Zhao, Kathy Yang to direct superhero films. You guys, thoughts on this being a possible Spider-Woman film?
I'm excited. I mean, honestly, it's most likely going to either be Spider-Woman or Spider-Gwen. I wouldn't be surprised.
Even though a lot of people, I think, really want to see a Spider-Woman movie.
Yeah. I do have to admit, outside of her work with the Avengers, I'm not 100% familiar with
the Avengers?
With Spider-Woman.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, and we know that she's not going to have any contact with any of the Avengers because it's going to be a Sony movie.
Yeah.
So, I'm also excited to see what their take on a Spider-Woman would be. This is all just good news to hear more.
Regardless of who it is.
Yeah, whether it's Spider-Gwen or Spider-Woman. I'm just excited to see more of the Spider-Verse become a big thing, to become something that they're selling more. The fact that they're giving us more material from the Spider-Verse instead of just Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we're finally getting, now we finally have a Miles Morales, right? That's finally with Into the Spider-Verse. And now it's just like, now they're exploring the whole Spider-Verse thing. And I really, and while I am very excited for it to be literally, it could be Spider-Woman, it could be Spider-Gwen, like give me either or, I'm going to be happy with it. But I really would love to see a Spider-Gwen because she had already been on film
and established
on film, as very prominent in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
So like, I really, really would love to see that. And I'm also like biased because she's a favorite. So that's really cool. Why. But a Spider-Woman is definitely something I would also like to see. We know that the movie bunch, Debbie is super excited. She says, I'm so excited. I want a Jessica Drew. And also she says, from what I've heard, it's Spider-Woman. I'm going to put that up. My hope is Jessica Drew and that the Marvel studio is involved. And then Jack also chimes in and says, Alicia Vikander as Spider-Woman. I mean, that's really, really great. Obviously, we're at the very early stages of this whole thing.
They're just beginning to put these pieces together, kind of a thing.
And this okay. And Blade actually has an interesting take. Possibly, though, a long shot could be Silk.
Ooh.
So
That would be cool too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, anything.
Honestly, any.
It
doesn't matter.
Give us anything more from the Spider-Verse to expand this world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, because honestly, the more different movie production companies that are involved, the more product we get, which is what I want. I want as much product out of the Spider-Verse, as much product out of Marvel, as much out of DC as we can get. And it looks like we're just with what DC is doing of now being like, hey, we can now just do the multiverse and do any story we want. And now Sony's going like, well, we've got our Spider-Verse. Let's do any story we want and just focus on making a good movie and worry about connecting them later.
Oh, I'm just so excited to see just like this opens the door for so many other characters to kind of have their spotlight in like the cinematic verse. Like now we can maybe get a Black Cat.
Yeah.
You know, and I know they're talking about Spider-Woman, so within that same universe, like that'd be really, really cool, I think, to see.
Very true.
Yes. Let's see what some of you guys are saying. Okay, Debbie says Marvel/Disney and Sony share the rights to Spider-Woman, which is probably what leads to everybody saying this is going to be a Spider-Woman. Her costume is really cool, so I would be happy to see it. I would be really happy to see it.
And from what I know of her powers are pretty cool too. She's able to do that sting attack, which is just kind of like what Miles does, but I think it's a little bit more powerful.
Oh, okay.
So I want to go and see if I can get a couple comic books of Spider-Woman and a couple comic books for Spider-Gwen.
Yes.
And just be like, okay, it's time to educate myself.
Yes, and we have a while before this probably any casting or anything like that is done. And who knows what Olivia Wilde is going to do with this property and which direction she wants to take. And so she probably has already familiarized herself.
Oh yeah.
You know, with all that. So that's just really, really exciting. Like I honestly, we've already said like we don't really care if it's Spider-Woman, if it's Spider-Gwen, if it's Silk. We're just really excited, and we thoroughly enjoyed Booksmart. So.
There's only 2 qualifications that I have: lots and good. That's all I care about. Give us a lot of different superhero movies and make them good. That's all I care about, whether they're DC, Marvel, from Sony, from Disney, from anywhere, from Warner Brothers. Give us a lot of them and make them good. That's all I care about.
And speaking of a lot, that's what Saturday was. It was a lot of DC fandom, a lot of content, a lot of information, and we ate it up just like we expected. I felt like I had to do like a brain dump the night before. Like, forget about everything else. It was a lot. And I will say I wasn't really sure. I was like, how is this going to work? Because it wasn't like on demand. You couldn't go back because it was live streaming. So if you missed it, you have to wait that like 8-hour thing until your thing started again. So you have to like set an alarm, like wake up in the middle of the night. And
we
be like,
have
okay,
to be on time.
Yes.
You know, normally we're a few minutes late. You can't be a few minutes late to something like this.
Yeah, because we were live streaming it. So we were afraid to kind of go back. And some of the, let me go to my notes. Some of the panels that we actually got to see, Wonder Woman 1984, The Flash, Suicide Squad, Black Adam, the Justice League, the Snyder Cut, and of course the Batman. And I have to say, I love the way they opened DC FanDome, because it made me, even though we're watching from like our little home office type of
dungeon,
second bedroom, basically, that we're not using as a bedroom. To see kind of the animation and everything, and like people entering, and I was like, I kind of gives me the feel like I am at a con. Yeah, which is really, I so sorely miss.
It really did make you feel like you were there, and I loved how they did the green screen with being able to teleport certain actors in and out, and they really made you feel like you were inside of this digital world. And I just really they did an amazing job with what they did. I was very happy with the way it was organized and structured and planned and scheduled and presented, and they did a smart job and also in scheduling the way which ones they put first, second, third, and the way they closed it out. I just think that everything was presented very well. And the panels, the people that they had talking about each of the movies or each of the different subjects was very entertaining and very informative.
Yeah. I enjoyed it so much. It just made me feel really excited through every single panel. There were a couple that we missed out on. We didn't watch the Aquaman one. We didn't watch Shazam one, and because we had to take Nabi for a walk.
And we had to prepare for some of the other stuff too. We had to pick and choose, unfortunately.
So we wanted to, but we didn't get to. So some of our highlights. Think about some of your favorite moments. Okay. I will say, start from the top with Wonder Woman. I will say, not only getting to see the cast kind of hang out and chat, and also play that fun werewolf game.
That was
fun. But to finally see what Cheetah is going to look like in the film.
Yes,
that was the highlight for me.
That was really cool to be able to see more of what they are planning to do for Wonder Woman, to get some more, to get the entire cast in there, to chit chat and have fun. And I loved just how fun they were, how much fun they were having.
Yeah.
So, but some of my favorite highlights.
Let me put up the thingy so you know what you're.
I was really surprised on what they did for Shazam. Oh, not Shazam.
I was like, we didn't watch that one. Oh, yes. Okay.
I loved how The Rock came out and how first The Rock, he could have oozing charisma reading the phone book. So that guy, I love his voice. I love his energy. I love his dedication. I love just the powerful presence that he brings.
Yes.
I mean, he's, hundreds of thousands of miles away from me. All I'm doing is watching him through a live stream, and I'm intimidated by that kind of a thing. I felt like if I were to do some smack talking to him through the live stream.
It doesn't matter what you say.
He'd reach through and be like, grab me by ah! kind of a thing. But I love the animation that they did too. How they were he was talking about the story of Black Adam and how they were able to have all of that animation in there. So it really did look like you were watching the comic book of Black Adam.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazingly well done. Now, of course, my highlight was the Batman panel. That was my favorite above all.
So we'll save that for last.
So we're going to save that for last.
That's probably going to be the longest talking.
And yes, I have a little bit of a bro crush on The Rock. I do have to admit.
Who doesn't though?
Who doesn't? Yeah. Who doesn't look at that man and either women love him and men want to be, what is that? Women want to be with him, men want to be him kind of thing. And I'm just going, his arms are bigger than my head.
Like four of mine.
Yeah. So, and from what I hear, I have not personally met him like some other people.
It was a brief encounter when I was much younger.
He's a really awesome guy to work with.
He was very nice.
He's very nice. But yet he's like one of those guys who almost has like every right to kind of be a jerk because he's awesome. He's charismatic. He's huge. He's buff. He's ripped. He's intimidating. But yet he's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, dude, you've got the whole package. You're all of the above. So yeah, I do have a little bit of a bro crush.
And thank you to Debbie for the input here. Boss Logic concept art for Black Adam. Yeah. Getting that recognition, Boss Logic.
Awesomely
which, if
done.
You guys didn't, he's such a talented artist. And actually got to meet him briefly once. Super, super cool guy. Let's see. Let's talk about Suicide Squad.
Oh, I thought that was
I was not expecting the roll call. And when he started to ramble, because I don't know, like in my head, I was kind of like, okay, whatever, whoever survived at the end of like Suicide Squad, and then we just put them, and it was not the case.
I know. I love the fact that they have Polka Dot Man, Javelin, and I'm like, this is awesome. This is such a James Gunn cast. You could not get more of a James Gunn Suicide Squad than what we have been presented. And I loved the behind the scenes that they did. It was so cool to be able to see that entire cast just be there and the chemistry that they had with each other.
They did that trivia game.
The trivia game. And I love that one shot of Weasel.
Nathan Fillion's in it, by the way.
Oh, and finally, Nathan Fillion gets to be in a true comic book movie kind of thing. And I loved it. I thought it got me so much more excited. I'm like, this movie is going to be ridiculous to the max, and it's going to be amazing. And like I was saying, I love that one shot of Weasel against the window going, ah.
Somebody put up on Twitter, they tweeted at me and a bunch of like movie talk peeps, and they're like, has it finally, what did he say? And it put up a comparison of like the Weasel at the door and like all of us doing the
the shit brats.
Yeah.
I can't. There you go. Something like that. There you go.
Oh God, that was fun. Really enjoyed that. Speaking of Suicide Squad, also really enjoyed the Rocksteady panel. You still working?
I'm still working on it. Oh, it's like that guy. It's like what Jen Carey did with the Fire Marshal.
I feel like my lipstick's gonna get stuck to the top of my teeth, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. But yeah, that was really fun. Seeing the Rocksteady game, the animation, and it was really, really exciting to see. And to see freaking Superman come down, and they're like, "All right, Super," like smack talking him, and he's like laser, and you're like, "Oh,
we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die."
Okay, yeah, that looked really, really exciting. And then speaking to that, Jack Robin says Gotham Knights was good.
I only got to see a little bit of the gameplay. The part
where Batgirl was.
But I'm like, oh, that looks like an awesome game. I've played the first one all the way through. I didn't finish the second one of Gotham Asylum.
You still have it?
Yeah, I think I've got it somewhere, so I can still play it. But it's an incredibly well-developed game.
Yes.
And it makes sense that, just continue this story. I mean, so that looks like an awesome, awesome game.
Yeah. Oh no, Blade! Don't say that. He says, what? "I feel like." Oh shit.
What?
Sorry.
Huh? What'd I miss?
I feel like Nathan Fillion as TDK is gonna die in the first 5 minutes. No. But I hope he makes it to the end. So do we, Blade, because we're big Nathan Fillion fans here. So we wanna make sure he survives through. Just if you're gonna like let him go, at least like halfway through.
Yeah.
Give him don't do the first 5 minutes, because like no.
Make it so he die. If he is going to die, I hope he's not. I hope he's not, and he's probably not, just because he's such a fan favorite.
You don't know that though.
And there's probably going to be some of the cast.
James Gunn kept on saying we don't know who will survive at the end. I mean, well, we know Harley Quinn.
Well, yeah, we know Harley Quinn's going to survive. They're not going to.
I can't say that
Margot
about anybody.
Robbie.
Probably Harley and probably Amanda Waller, right? If they do another third.
Probably, yeah, because you kind of need Amanda Waller for the rest of the Suicide Squad. Yeah.
So, but who else am I? Oh, John Cena.
Oh yeah. I love the way that he described himself too, as like he said, an asshole Captain America. No,
like a
douchier Captain America. Peace at any cost, even if I have to kill everyone.
Peacemaker. Let's see what else. The Snyder Cut. Let's talk about the Snyder Cut because a lot of people were looking forward to it. This is obviously like I don't want to call it passion project, because I feel like it's more. A lot of fans have been, really wanting the Snyder Cut. Now we're finally going to get it in 4 1-hour installments on HBO Max. And of course, for the people who aren't able to access HBO, I know Zack Snyder said during the panel that he's going to be able to work with the distributors to try to get it, so a lot of people can watch it, even if you don't have HBO Max. So fingers crossed that's the case for everybody, because that's really awesome. We really enjoyed the trailer. A lot of like different and the trailer reactions out if you guys want to watch it right now on the channel. And it just, I'm just really excited to see like had the tragedy not happened to his family, this is probably the movie in theaters that we would have gotten.
Yeah.
So like I'm just like so curious to see like more footage of Cyborg.
Yes.
To
get more of a story with Cyborg too. So seeing more of Cyborg, more Flash.
Yeah.
To be able to see Superman in the black suit a little bit more, and to kind of know the story behind that. To see Darkseid, to be able to see a little bit more, to see some of Darkseid. Is going to be exciting,
and a different looking Steppenwolf.
Yeah, and I'm also happy that they're not going to be using any of Joss's footage, because
then it wouldn't be called the Snyder Cut if they use his footage.
Right? Well, yeah. What I'm like saying, like they're like, we don't have this one shot that I want, but Joss got it. but
I don't
kind of a thing. But I know, but I'm happy that they're not. Because then it's going to be solely his movie.
Yes.
And it does make me a little upset because then they technically had everything they needed to make the movie with like Zack Snyder wanted.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of weirded then of like, then why did they just completely change it?
I mean, we'll never know. We're not there. Right?
Yeah,
you don't know what kind of conversation and meetings they're having, and given the circumstance, I think it was probably just kind of a crazy time,
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, we're very excited for this. The new trailer looks great. Love catching the little tiny Easter egg of the Joker, and there's a lot of good
that Joker card. Yeah.
A lot of our viewers also commented within that video, like just threads and threads of information about like more about the trailer and source material and things like that. So it's been an interesting read. Janelle, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Janoel. Darkseid's design in his youth looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And also they wrote, it would be awesome Josh Brolin were to play Darkseid. He could be Thanos and Darkseid.
He'll be all of the main bad guys.
Yeah, why not? And of course, let's go ahead and dive in and talk about the Batman. The Batman. Oh my God. I didn't know what to expect of this trailer. I honestly didn't know. Like, I was hyped, but I thought, like, how much are we going to get? How much footage? We don't know. And then we find out during the panel, Matt Reeves said that the film's only 25% done. And I was like, we got that from 25%?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Just the way they approached it with year 2 Batman.
I love that concept.
The way that they're kind of like with how they're portraying the Riddler.
Yes.
Which is like so just I just really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed really watching Batman, like, getting some beat down action there.
Yes. And the fact that when you start to smack, you actually start hearing that squish kind of noise to where you're like, oh,
so good and so bad.
His face is not going to look the same after this. And honestly, I think I was talking to Wendy about this, like when we were just chatting around about it. The Riddler is perfect for this, because if this is year 2 of Batman, one of the biggest riddles that is out there is who is Batman. And if you have someone like the Riddler who is constantly looking for truth, who's constantly looking for answers like this, not knowing who Batman is would drive him insane. So now he's going to be like, well, I'm going to find out, and I'm just super excited to see this dark, gritty. It's kind of like if you took Batman and mixed it with the movie Seven. And I'm just like, yes, what's in the box kind of a thing.
What's in the box?
Mm-hmm. So I am super excited. I don't think I've been this excited for a Batman, or heck, even a comic book movie like this in a really long time.
Oh yeah.
I am so excited to see this.
I know. And of course we've got a bit of a wait, because 1, pandemic, and 2, they only have 25% done. But with that 25%, whatever they shot and whatever they had to put together, that trailer made it look absolutely amazing. And I know this is a tiny, minute detail, and it, but I actually enjoy that they left the smudged blackout makeup around the eyes, because I remember that Michael Keaton one where he was about to do this and he went to do that. So the one shot he had with the black, and then the second shot that they cut in had like none. So he could actually do this and make it a smooth transition. But then it's kind of like, that also happened kind of in Cleopatra with Liz Taylor, like where she was in one scene and the next scene she was like in a very different outfit, but it was the same scene and continuing with the same conversation. So now we don't have to, because now we know, because the cowl, the eye holes are like this big. So obviously you need to blend all that in with some blackout makeup. So
and exactly what Blade said is the fact that I've been dying to see a movie that focused on Batman as a detective, as the ultimate detective. And I mean, heck, that's what Ra's al Ghul always called. Ra's al Ghul. Huge debate on which one's right.
Oh, okay.
I think they settled it in some conversation, but that doesn't mean anyone really remembers. But
if you say it both times, then it's correct.
Exactly. But the fact that he always addressed Batman as detective, And I'm like, that is just something they've never really focused on. They've always kind of had them as like the superhero, maybe with a little detective sprinkled in. But it really looks like this is going to focus on that this is going to be a crime drama focus of Batman, dark, gritty. And I'm just super excited. The thing that made me so excited the most was Matt Reeves' discussion at the beginning of the panel. Everything he was saying, everything he was telling us, all his inspiration just made me go, yes, yes, yeah. And I was just, he's a fan, hitting every nerve I want from this. So I am just super excited, and I'm just really bummed that they're only 25% of the way done.
No, it's a good thing, because look how much like more good stuff we're gonna get.
Well, yeah, it's true. Good. But it's not gonna come out until like late 2021. We still probably have over a year before it comes out, right?
Probably, because of, you know, getting the cast back together to safely be on set, plus all the post-production and possible pickup shots, like reshoots if they need it.
Exactly.
If they need it. So, but you know what we saw was so good. I was just so happy to see Rob Pattinson in that bat suit looking freaking phenomenal. And also we got to touch on Penguin, because we didn't really talk about that in any of our stuff. But like, the reason why I personally didn't say Colin Farrell, because he was unrecognizable. So I was about to say it, and I was like, but what if I'm wrong? So I just like, I held that. So luckily, a lot of the comments are like, that's Colin Farrell. And I was like, okay, I guess that is like, it looks so good. Didn't even sound like the voice. I couldn't even, you know how sometimes.
This guy's crazy.
For example, with Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Like, you may not recognize him because he looked very different. But when he started speaking, you're like, I know that voice. I know that's Tom Cruise. Holy crap. But with this version and Colin Farrell's version of Penguin, I was like, is that really awesome? I still question it, because I've done the side-by-side photo, and I'm like, I guess the eyes are kind of similar, but I don't know. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a really, really good thing. Yeah.
I'm just super excited to see more of this. Can't wait. It cannot come soon enough.
Yes.
And I had another point that I wanted to make, but I completely forgot.
I'm so sorry.
It was someone else. I remember seeing someone was playing around with the image of Batman. I love the way Batman looks, with the collar, with the sharp cut
Is it in the chat?
Of the bottom of his cowl. No, I saw someone make, it was like a meme. And what they did was, and I was like, oh, this could have been a cool way of going too, is they actually took and they added like that bottom piece of like kind of like what Batman in Arkham Asylum has, is that sharp almost armor of the jawline. And they whited out his eyes. And I was like, oh shoot, that looks really intimidating. So I'm like, oh, you know, maybe that's something that they can do for like maybe the next Batman, if they kind of want to play around with that look.
Yeah.
That's cool too. But I was just super excited for anything more of Batman, the Batman.
The Batman. Yeah, it's great trailer. Really great way to close out DC FanDome. An overall just fantastic event. And I think I read somewhere that all the panels they're working on it, or is in the process of it, or is already, I haven't checked, going to be available on HBO. So for people to rewatch, because that's what we want. And of course, they're not ending it with just this, because there's so much to cover within a 24-hour period. And they filled that panel, the schedule, like to the brim. They're like a squeeze. They really utilized their allotted time, and then they, you know, were able to replay it for us 2 more times after that.
Warner Brothers, hats off to you. DC, you did an amazing FanDome. It was brilliantly produced, brilliantly organized, and kudos. You make me so much. I am now so excited for anything DC Warner Brothers is going to be giving us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And of course, we're getting part 2 in September. I think the date is September 12th. And that one is going to be more of an on-demand. So it's not just like a quote unquote live stream all the way through. I think that all the videos, if you go to the DC fan, we don't know. That's just what I read on various news websites, is that you can click on it and watch it whenever you want, which means on September 12th, probably there's going to be a few more trailers, maybe. Well, I don't know. Do they even have any more trailers to drop? Maybe another TV spot or something small for Wonder Woman, because that's literally the next one up.
Yeah.
To release in theaters. So I use quote because it's not all the movie theaters are open every drive-ins, please. We will buy tickets. Yeah, no, it's really, really good, really well produced. I cannot wait for the second one. This just makes me really happy. And of course, this leads us to kind of, before we close out, talk about how this essentially is changing the game for any sort of in-person convention.
Yeah.
Because now they can maybe charge like a digital ticket for you to go in and watch exclusive content. If they choose to do it that way. I also realized I didn't buy anything from the DC FanDome store.
Oh.
There was merch, but I actually didn't buy any. I don't know if it's too late. I also didn't really see anything that particularly jumped out at me. So, but maybe that's a good thing, because there's a couple of things that I want to buy, like that Ahsoka Tano 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. I want to pre-order that.
They're still bringing out lots of merch that we're just like, don't take it. I gotta be careful with my money.
Yeah, I did just buy. So the Her Universe brand / Hot Topic always do like a fashion show competition every year at Comic-Con. Obviously this year was not a thing, but last year the winners Adria, Renee, and Samantha Hambley got to design a Wonder Woman 1984 inspired collection, and that dropped on the day of DC FanDome. And of course, I was like, I got it because Adria's a friend, so I was like, I got to support. And I picked one thing out of the entire collection because I got to be careful with my money. So I was like, which one would I wear the most often? And I will wear that thing until it has holes in it, probably, because I feel like I'm just repeating.
I think you're going to look really cute in that outfit too.
I hope so.
I saw that and I was like, ooh, Wendy will look cute in that.
I hope it doesn't make me look like a potato. So let's see.
You're not. You would actually just need to wear a burlap sack
to look like a potato.
To look like a potato.
That can be done. I do have tan color things.
I think you'd still be able to pull off the look though, even in burlap
fashionable sack. Potato. So yeah, if you're interested in any of those things, just do a general search. Hot Topics got a really cute collection. What's inspired by Wonder Woman. There's just tons of stuff that are coming out.
Look up Her Universe, Our Universe.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys, we've gone way over. This is the longest we've ever done a live stream for this show.
Live stream goals.
We're so sorry. Thank you to everybody that has contributed to Super Chat today.
Thank you guys
Thank you so much. Your help makes our channel and equipment better.
Woohoo!
So thank you very much. In case you can't tell, I think our quality has already...
Yeah.
Right.
Our sound quality, our video quality, I think, and our streaming quality has gotten better.
And if you've been watching the videos, the quality of the videos, as far as picture goes, are starting to get a little bit better. So it's a work in progress, but thank you all so much. We will see you guys on Saturday for another live stream. In the meantime, if you want to continue the conversation from this live chat, meet the other movie bunch in this space, go ahead and visit our Discord that I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. Check it out. It doesn't cost anybody any money. If you don't use Discord, don't worry about it. You do not have to join. You can just come here on Wednesdays and Saturdays and hang out with us.
Yep.
So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on Saturday to talk more pop culture movie news.
Woohoo!